Hello, my friend. Let me tell you the story of a woman who thought she was forgotten until she discovered she was being shaped. Madam Samira lived in a small village where the mornings were quiet and the nights were long. Every day she sat in front of her hut on the same old stone step. People passed her house often, but very few stopped. Not because she was rude, not because she was strange, but because life had slowly pushed her into the background. Madame Samira was once a woman full of noise and laughter. Years ago, her home was never silent. Children ran in and out. Her husband's voice filled the evenings. Neighbors gathered around her fire to talk and laugh. But life changed. One by one, the voices disappeared. Her husband died after a long illness. Her children moved to the city, chasing survival. Some promised to return, some promised to call. Most forgot. Soon, silence became her closest companion. Every morning, she woke up before the sun. She swept her front yard. She boiled water for tea. She sat on her step and watched the road. She watched people move forward with their lives, while she felt stuck in the same place. Sometimes she wondered quietly, "Did I do something wrong? Why am I alone? Why does God allow this?" At night, those questions became louder. Loneliness is not always about having no people around. Sometimes it is about feeling unseen. Madame Samira felt invisible. Some villagers thought she was strong. "She's used to it," they said. "She doesn't complain." But strength can be heavy when carried alone. There were nights she cried softly so no one would hear. Not because she wanted pity, but because the pain had nowhere else to go. One evening, as the sky turned orange, a young boy stopped in front of her house. He was tired and dusty. His sandals were broken. His eyes looked lost. "Madame," he said politely, "may I rest here for a moment?" She nodded. They sat together in silence. After a while, the boy spoke. "I feel like life forgot me," he said. "I try, I work hard, but nothing changes." Madame Samira looked at him for a long time. Then she smiled gently. "You are not forgotten." The boy looked surprised. "How do you know?" he asked. She pointed to her own chest. "Because I once asked the same question," she replied. She told him her story. She told him about love, loss, waiting, and unanswered prayers. She told him about nights she thought God was silent. The boy listened carefully. When she finished, he asked something simple. "If God loves us, why does he leave us alone?" Madame Samira took a deep breath. "God does not leave us," she said softly. "Sometimes he hides us." The boy frowned. Why would he do that? She looked at the road again. "Because some lessons can only be learned in quiet places." She explained that when life is loud, we follow noise, but when life becomes quiet, we begin to hear truth. Loneliness, she said, is not always punishment. Sometimes it is preparation. That night, the boy left with new strength. Days later, another person came, then another. Slowly, people began to sit with Madame Samira. Not because she was lonely, but because she had wisdom. She listened more than she spoke, and when she spoke, her words healed. She comforted a woman who lost hope. She guided a man who felt useless. She encouraged young people who were tired of waiting. Without realizing it, her pain had turned into purpose. The silence that once hurt her had shaped her. One morning, her daughter returned unexpectedly. She found her mother surrounded by people. "Mama," she said, shocked, "I thought you were alone." Madame Samira smiled. "I was," she replied, "but I was not wasted." That day, her daughter understood something powerful. God did not isolate Madame Samira to break her. He isolated her to build something inside her. To anyone listening to this story today, if you feel lonely, if life feels quiet, if people have moved on without you, hear this: you are not abandoned. You are being shaped. The season that hurts you may be the season that prepares you. Loneliness can sharpen wisdom. Pain can deepen purpose. Waiting can strengthen faith. Madame Samira never became famous. She never became rich, but she became something greater. She became a safe place for broken hearts. And that is how God works. When He makes you lonely, He is working.